Believe me when I tell you, Chicago is a city of readers. If you actually study the history of education in America, you will find that some of the most brilliant thinkers and architects of our educational system have come out of universities in Chicago. So even though I don't consider myself much of a vlogger, I definitely want to walk you through this incredible experience that I had during Independent Bookstore Day as I went to 10 bookstores through the Chicagoland area, experiencing the atmosphere, the people, the booksellers, and the passports, because Chicago has a system where if you visit 10 bookstores, you will get 10% off for all of your purchases for the rest of the year and to the next Independent Bookstore Day. And if you go to 15 stores, you get 15% off. And while I initially only intended to do 5, I think once I got that 5th stamp, I was in it to win it. So here are some of my favorite places that I visited while I wound my way through Chicago for Independent Bookstore Day. So here was the interesting thing about the passport experience navigating through the Chicago bookstores. It was not required for you to make a purchase in order to get the passport stamp. But of course, you want to support the bookstores. And I have been on a tear recently. I have purchased a lot of books over the past year because I've been kind of reading my way through a grief experience. And so I didn't have a ton of books on my list to buy, but bookstores offer so many things. They offer stickers and tote bags and hats and merch. And so at quite a few of these bookstores, even if I did not buy a physical book, I did find some merchandise to purchase in order to support the bookstore. Semicolon Books had a block party style experience, and it was a vibe. It was a whole vibe. And even though it was quite chilly in Chicago during Independent Bookstore Day, I still appreciated the manner in which they curated this experience. And they had this really cool mug that I absolutely loved. And so this baby definitely went home with me. Something I discovered during the bookstore crawl is that some of these bookstores were brand new. Like they had literally only been open for a few months. And this one in particular, Passages, Wine and Books, they had only been open for maybe just about less than a year, and they had just gotten their liquor license within the past week or two. And so when I tell you they were brand new and really had to get themselves up and running for Independent Bookstore Day, they really had to kick it into gear. They were fully on board with the Independent Bookstore crawl experience, and I completely appreciated that. This was one of my favorites of the entire crawl. I definitely have to go back to Open Book Bookstore because their selection of used books is phenomenal. They had so many books as far as the eye can see. I wish I had more time. I will definitely be coming back to Open Books. Sandmeyer gets a special shout out. It's one of the only existing bookstores that is still on Printers Row in Chicago. And when I tell you, I looked high and low all throughout the Chicagoland area for Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. And wouldn't you know, they were the only bookstore that had it. I'm not gonna lie, when I started this, I was just like, hey, I'm gonna hit up a couple of stores, show my support, independent bookstores, I'm with you, I'm behind you. But like once I got like 5 stamps in the passport, I was like, am I really gonna do this? Like, how hard is it to like really get all 10 stamps? And once I got the 6th stamp, like I knew I was committed. And so I plugged in the rest of the stores into ChatGPT to find me an efficient route so that there was no backtracking. And I just got my 8th stamp, I think. Yeah, we're nearly there. We are nearly there. Exile in Bookville is another one that I want to come visit. So this one is in downtown Chicago on Michigan Avenue. And anybody who knows anything about downtown Chicago parking, I had to like park on the street, leave my hazard lights on, dash in here to get this book stamp. And it was such a robbery of an experience because it is actually a tremendous bookstore. It is small but mighty. They have very tall shelves, books literally ceiling to floor. The footage I took does not do it justice. I am absolutely coming back to this bookstore, and I'm going to make a very special vlog of my experience there. This is it, the moment of truth. This took some doing, okay? In Chicago, parking is not ideal. And so being able to sprint in and out of these stores to get these stamps and then give a decent look around is a little bit more than I bargained for. But I have persevered, I have made it, and now the 10th stamp is upon us. I don't want to say I saved the best for last, but this one was really special because they just opened in April. They opened April 8th, and wow, they got it in gear for Independent Bookstore Day. Hats off to them. And just like that, I had my 10th stamp, y'all.
Need a woohoo for a 10.
It's me. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. You were so close too. I know, so close. Guys, you got a rocket.
I have to say, I am pretty darn proud of this. It was fun, it was exciting, it was impactful, and it was an adventure. I loved going to all of these bookstores. Some of them are definitely going to be on my list to revisit and just spend some time and some money and some camaraderie with fellow book readers. I highly recommend this experience. I am ridiculously proud of this. Like, this is the first time I've done the 10 store crawl on Independent Bookstore Day in Chicago, and it's fun. If I had to do it again, I definitely would start earlier in the day, because trying to get to a bunch of stores before they close with parking and all of the rest of it, it requires some strategic navigation. But I am super proud, and for the next year I will have 10% off books that I purchased from independent stores all throughout Chicago. So excited. Thank you for being with me on this journey. It's been a vibe.